morning, Miss Angelica. I am Sandra Dam. So today we'll be going to have your heart, lungs, and peripheral vascular system assessment. So in order to do this, I need to follow certain procedures, which are a lot of it. So please bear with me, and you can ask questions while we are doing this, so that you will be enlightened. If you are, if the procedure is very vague to you, you may ask me. So this assessment will last for about 30 minutes. So in order to generalize your general health in the specific matter, then certain patterns or recurrent patterns of abnormalities will be assessed in order to generalize said parts of your body. So washing my hands before conducting this procedure. So first, let me inspect your respiratory rate. Can turn around. So you can relax and breathe for me. So through inspection, the skin color is brown and are evenly toned. Then your chest is symmetrical. Then your respiratory rate is about 15 breaths per minute. Then you have no lesions or I did not observe shallow breaths or deep breaths or disturbances in your breathing. So in inspecting the client's anterior posterior chest, the scapulae are symmetrical and are non-protruding, and the position of together with the shoulder is at horizontal. Then the ratio of the anterior posterior chest is to transverse is 1:2. The diameter is 1. So Miss Angelica, can I request you to please stand up and turn your back. Just relax and breathe. Inhale and exhale. So the posterior of the client is symmetrical, and the skin color is brown and are evenly distributed without hints of discoloration and an even skin tone. Then its hair are evenly distributed without hint of alopecia. So can you please lift this?
Oh.
So did you feel pain while I palpate your anterior and posterior chest?
No,
How about unusual sensations?
I didn't feel anything.
So the client did not feel any pain or unusual sensations as I palpate her anterior and posterior chest. So the temperature of the client is equal bilaterally. So next, I will palpate your anterior and posterior chest for excursion. So you can breathe in and breathe out. palpating the client's anterior and posterior chest. So her anterior and posterior chest are symmetrical and it has no excursion. So next I will palpate your posterior lower posterior. So you can breathe in and out. When the client took a deep breath, my thumbs moved 5 to 10 cm apart. Tactile firmness is present and is symmetric on the upper region of the lungs and is palpable on the left side. So next, let me palpate your anterior and posterior chest for tactile firmness using the ball of my fist. So as I lay my fist in your chest area, so can you say 99 for me?
99. 99.
As I palpate the posterior part of the client, so the base of the so as I palpate the posterior part of the client, so a decreased intensity of firmness is noticeable on the base of the lungs and is palpable on the right side. So resonance is percussed over the normal lung tissue, then percussion elicits dullness over the stomach, and then flatness over the bones and muscles. Resonance is the tone elicited over the normal lung. Dullness with dullness over breast, heart, and the liver. So next, I will percuss your diaphragm posteriorly. So I will be using this tape measure to track for sounds. Okay na? So can you breathe inwardly deeply for me, and then fully exhale or breathe out deeply. So excursion are equal bilaterally, and measures 5 cm. The level of the diaphragm are higher on the right. So next, let me auscultate your anterior chest wall. Types of breathing were auscultated on the anterior chest: the bronchial, the bronchovesicular, and the vesicular type of breathing. Then no disturbances such as wheezing and crackles were auscultated during the auscultation of the anterior chest. So next, let me auscultate your posterior chest for breathing sounds. Okay, in auscultating your posterior chest, there were two breathing sounds that were heard. First is the bronchial, then the vesicular. The no wheezing or crackles were heard during auscultation. So next, let me palpate your posterior chest for egophony. So, can you say E for me? E. Again. E. Sige, again. E. Okay, good. So, voice transmission was soft and muffled, but the letter E was distinguishable. So next, let me auscultate your nape for pectorilocoi and then the bronchophony. So can you say 99 for me?
99. 99.
So this time, can you whisper 1, 2, 3 for me? Just whisper, okay? 1, 2, 3. So in assessing the nape for bronchophony, the voice transmission is soft, muffled, and indistinct. So the sound of the voice was heard, but the actual phrase cannot be determined. So in assessing your nape, again for pectorilocoi, so as I instructed you to whisper 1, 2, 3, the transmission of sound is very faint and muffled. Angelica, can you write down the spine position? So I will be inspecting your jugular and carotid vein. So through inspection, the jugular and carotid vein are not visible.